and welcome to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Dawn Pauley from Dawn Pauley Designs, and I'm so glad you could join me today. I'll be working with the brand new honeybee stamps called Zelia's English Garden. This is a huge 5x7 rubber stamp set, and it's absolutely stunning. The floral detailing is just beautiful, and yes, there's even a sweet little hummingbird in the design. Next up, we have the Heartfelt Condolences stamp set. This one is packed with meaningful sentiments, everything from I love you dearly to may you find peace during this time and with deepest sympathy. The best part, there are coordinating dies available, which make cutting out those sentiments quick and easy. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the foam insert from my Misty stamping tool. Since this is a red rubber stamp, it's quite thick, and if you leave the foam insert in, the stamp won't make proper contact with the paper. To keep my paper from shifting, I like to place a bit of removable tape down. It really helps hold everything in place. Today I'm using Ranger watercolor paper, which is great for techniques I'll be showing later. I'll go ahead and position it inside my Misty stamping tool, then place the stamp right over the paper to get it lined up. For my ink, I'm using Pink Fresh Studios Rocky Slope. It's a beautiful soft gray that works perfectly for this design. I'll stamp the image a few times to really deepen the color and make sure I get a nice crisp impression. Now you don't have to use a Misty. You can absolutely ink up the stamp, lay your paper on top, and then give it a good even rub to transfer the image. That works too. But I prefer using the Misty. It makes the whole process a lot easier and more precise. And look at how beautiful this came out. I also went ahead and stamped a second image using Gina K Amalgam ink in the shade Whisper. This ink is perfect for watercoloring because it doesn't bleed when you add water. Super helpful when working with delicate images like this. I've zoomed in a bit on my paper so you can get a closer look at what I'm doing. For coloring, I'm using my Nuvo watercolored pencils. These are fantastic. You only need to lay down a little color, and then when you add water, it blends out beautifully. I've already colored the flowers in a soft pink, and now I'm quickly showing you how I did the leaves. And the best part, you don't have to be precise at all. Just scribble a little bit of green onto the leaves. Really don't overthink it. Once you add water, the pigment spreads and softens, giving it that lovely watercolor look. I'm using just a tiny bit of pigment because I'm going for a very light pastel palette. I don't want the colors to be too dark or heavy. Now I'm just taking a bit of clean water and blending out the color on the leaves. It might be hard to see on camera since the tones are so light, but trust me, it spreads easily and looks soft and pretty. Look at how beautiful this came out. I just love it. I stamped out two of the sentiments in black ink onto white cardstock, and I also heat embossed the same sentiments onto black cardstock using gold embossing powder just to give myself some options. In the end, I decided to go with the white cardstock with black ink. It gives a clean, classic look. I used the coordinating dies to cut those out, which makes it quick and easy. Next, I'm bringing in the Honeybee Stamps Eyelet Lace Set. This set includes both a border die and an embossing folder, but for today's project, I'm just using the border die. Here's a quick look at what the embossing folder looks like. It's beautiful, but again, I'm only using the die because I want to give my card a delicate scalloped edge. I'm going to tape the die in place and run it through my die cutting machine, and just look at how nice this looks with the scalloped edge. To assemble the card, I first adhered a piece of craft foam to the back of my watercolor background. This adds a bit of dimension and helps everything lay nice and flat. Then I used liquid glue to adhere the entire card front to an A2 sized white card base. Next, I cut a strip of light pink cardstock measuring 2 inches high by 4¼ inches wide and adhered it just beneath the scalloped edge of the card front. It adds a lovely pop of color and frames the design beautifully. I glued the sentiment in place using liquid adhesive as well. That makes it simple and secure. To finish off the card, I'm using Spellbinders self-adhesive pearls in the color Fashion Oyster. These are such a pretty touch. I like to use my craft knife to pick them up and place them on the card. It makes positioning them much easier. As long as you don't press them down right away, you can slide them around until you're happy with the placement. Once you're satisfied, just press them gently to adhere them in place. And that's going to complete this card. I think it turned out really pretty. I just love how the soft pastel colors bring everything together so gently. Before I go, I want to quickly show you another card I made using the same stamp set. For this one, I used the Honeybee Stamps Layering Vintage Labels and heat embossed a sentiment in silver embossing powder on black cardstock. It was super quick and easy, but still elegant and impactful. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I'd love to hear what you think of the cards, so please leave me a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel, as well as their other social media platforms, so you never miss out on any of their inspiring content. And be sure to check out their website for the latest new releases and amazing crafting supplies. As always, thank you for spending your day with me. I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Until next time.